changed their mind again. All right, so this is the typical situation where you're going up to a stoplight. Okay, so when it comes to a stoplight, you see a bunch of cars stacked up and all these things. You should be going into orange stage because you have possible path of travel violations. And the biggest concern with a lot of this stuff is going to be the path of travel violations of people running those lights, or they're turning left in front of you. Now, with this one, you have a stack of cars, and it's unsure why this person wanted to go into your lane, but that's one of those things that I'm really concerned about when I see a stack of cars in a lane and my lane is open. Sometimes people change their minds and they decide not to go with the lane that they originally picked. They're going to go into the lane that's faster, or they seem as faster, or to them it's faster. And maybe they changed their mind. They didn't want to turn left. Whatever it is, I'm still concerned. I'm still on orange stage. I'm covering those brakes. I'm covering the clutch. I'm finding my escape paths. I'm planning my route. I'm positioning myself for safety. All these different things, okay? So when I see this coming up, okay, so that's that uncommon thing in a common situation, okay? We have the side of a vehicle. I talk about the side of the vehicle all the time on this channel. And what that means is that you're going to have somebody going perpendicular to you. They're going to go in front of you, okay? So if you notice right here with this vehicle right here, I'm going to try to make a square, is that you see the back of the vehicle. Now that means the person's going forward. Now this is common sense. I totally understand it's common sense, but here's the thing is that I don't want you to have to think when you're out riding. I want you just to see patterns. I just want you to see certain little itty bitty things. And I like to color code things because I'm a firefighter and I'm an idiot, also a man that doesn't know how to, tie his shoes without help. The thing is, I want you to just witness the simplistic things. I don't want you thinking while you're out riding, because the problem with thinking when you're out riding, you're gonna think of all these bad things, and now you're gonna have too many hazards in your brain. So just focus on simple patterns, focus on simple colors, focus on that there's an intersection, curves, or orange stage, so you're prepped and ready. And when it comes to orange stage, all you're doing is finding escape paths, and you're kind of modulating your speed and getting ready to brake, so you remove that perception reaction. We talk about that all the time here. So if it's a little bit too much information, stay tuned. Subscribe, do all those things. But this is the biggest concern here. Now, what do we do in this situation? How do we handle this? Well, more than likely, what I'm assuming is that this car is going to go into my lane now. Okay, so that means they're going to take up a huge section of that lane. So I'm going to position myself for safety by adapting to this hazard. So I would probably move over to this lane position. Okay, so we have lane position 1, 2, 3. I would pick lane position 3 because that's where the gap is, just in case I had to swerve and get out of the way. Because I know this vehicle is going to keep going straight because we have a green light. See how you have to think about all these things? That's the beauty of having an after action view, is that we can think about it with a paused freeze frame versus having to actually be out there going fast and having to think on our toes. And this is why we're doing this here, so you don't have to do this out there. Just focus on the patterns. Side of the vehicle, path of travel, no buenos. Get yourself ready. When it came to this whole situation, though, we should already be in orange stage because, because of the intersection. So I'm in orange stage, I'm prepped and ready already. And then now somebody pops up, I'm already ready. And guess what? He modulated his speed. He saw the hazard. He adapted to it. He's not accelerating super fast into the back of this vehicle. He was waiting for this vehicle to make a decision, and he was able to get himself out of this problem because he found his own solution. Used the planning method. He was a smart rider, situational awareness, without ever having to realize that that's what they were doing, because they don't teach this stuff. They just don't. They only teach you how to manipulate a bike, go and stop and turn. That's all classes do. They kind of talk a little bit about situational awareness, but there's so much that goes into it. That's why I have over 1,400 videos on this channel, because I'm trying to really get you guys going on it. But great job. You did a great job.